Good to go.
Hey, everybody.
Thank
How are y'all? I'm going to give it just a minute. Let's get all caught up here. Give everybody the second to say, oh, there they are. They're on.
Somebody said, I don't think we can handle two Zoes.
I think somebody had mistext something. Mistyped. Well, how is everybody's Sunday?
Oh, I see.
Everybody's here, she said.
Somebody asked if that was a new picture. Did you have a new picture on the live thumbnail?
Actually, I did not. That was from our first Okie.
Oh, it was from the first one?
Yeah, where we stood
Yeah,
in front
the first one.
Where we stood in front of the backdrop. I like that picture of us.
That was a long time ago.
Yep. Hey, Catherine. There's one.
I bet Tony's in the bed. All this rain and thunder and light thundering.
I don't blame him. So
he's probably snoozing pretty good.
We'll go ahead and put a, what would it be, a disclaimer?
Yeah, for the weather.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We have some, I wouldn't say severe, but we've got some heavy rain and potentially lightning moving in. It's thundering now. So if our signal starts going in and out, we'll go ahead and end early, and then we will try to get on tomorrow as well. But we didn't want to cancel it and then there not be any issues, so we said we'll give it a go. And if not,
if the weather starts messing with us, we'll just cut it loose and maybe do one tomorrow or something. I don't know.
Judy had her whole essay wrote out, and somebody asked her a question. She had to delete it. But she wasn't late today.
Oh.
She was early.
Did she have an essay for being late? Somebody's Aussie Cool asked about your bike. How's your bike going?
It's going good. I haven't got to ride it as much because all the rain, and I'm scared to be well, first of all, I don't want to ride a bicycle in the rain, and then I don't want to ride a electric bicycle in thunder and lightning.
Ed said it's popping off there too.
It's going crazy.
Yeah, it was moving over Ed's way.
Yep.
After it come through here. So we're getting the second round, so you'll get it again.
Oh, she said last week.
That's okay, Judy. We won't make any essays. That's Lori. Lori requires an essay if you're late. And I hadn't seen Lori yet, so if she pops in, she's going to owe one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're getting it pretty good right now too, Catherine. And it's supposed to stick around till about 10:30, I think.
We'll just see how the signal goes. It seems to be going okay right now. Lorraine said the ground looks a bit uneven for a bike.
I really didn't have any issues, except the only thing I had a little bit of an issue with is some pretty good incline, but it took me a little bit to figure out the gears in it.
So Zoe's not used to a mountain bike that changes the gears, and I was explaining that to her that, hey, if you'll go to that smaller gear, you'll pedal more, but it doesn't take as much force, so it'll help you get uphill. And she's just now learning that. But yeah, when she gets used to that part, it's probably going to work out pretty good.
Yeah.
And Zoe sent me an ad. Was it on Facebook?
It was.
Where the company had posted an ad with a picture of your bike on it?
Yep, with our farm sign and our bike. We got our first push with them today, and I really do enjoy it. I mean, it's a little fun thing. The kids have all rode it. We just can't show you guys, and they all seem to enjoy it. I think once we get through all this rain, we'll be able to utilize it a little bit more. Right now, we're just having to use our vehicle because it's raining.
And you'll get more used to it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, I had something I wanted to ask folks. Y'all may have missed the video where Tony at Campfire and Countryside went stealth camping. He was camping under a bridge. Basically, Catherine dropped him out.
Basically.
And he spent the night under a bridge like old homeless man. But I don't think homeless people cook T-bone steaks, which is what Tony did.
Right.
But either way, so he left one of his Campfire and Countryside wristbands. Actually, he left 2 of them as kind of a little scavenger hunt, just for people to have fun and figure out where the location was. So I immediately knew that location. It is a place I'm very familiar with, and I knew exactly where the wristbands were. And I sent Tony a text and said, I'm not going to get one because I've already got one, but I knew in 10 seconds where you were. So Tony is doing a new scavenger hunt. And he put out a reel, I think today. He talked about it a little bit a few days ago, and then he put out a reel. I saw it today. I don't know when it came out. Y'all, his next camping trip, he is hiding 2 Abu Garcia ambassador reels. And I've got like 20 or 30 of these things, so I know that they're good. That's what I've been fishing with since I was a kid. But these are not cheap. These are really nice reels, and he is hiding those. It looked like he was putting them in plastic jugs of some sort. But I don't know where his next camping trip is, but I'm going to go find those reels just because I want to see if I can find it. But y'all need to go over and check out. It's Catherine at G&G's husband, Tony. He's got a channel that he does some cooking and outdoor stuff and camping, and it's just fun stuff. And it's Campfire and Countryside, and he is about 100 away from 1,000.
That's a big deal.
And I know that there's enough of Catherine's followers on here to push him over 1,000. I know without a doubt.
Yeah.
No question. That if he can get 100 more subscribers, it's going to push him over that 1,000 mark. And that 1,000 mark is like your first pinnacle you're trying to hit on YouTube.
Yeah.
The Farm to Table Direct show wants a link. Let me see if I can find it. It's Skittles containers. Oh, I forgot. He also said that he was putting a crankbait, a Campfire and Countryside sticker, and one of the wristbands in there.
So this won't affect them. Hit the plus.
I was going to ask if Catherine can post a link since she's a
go to
admin.
Just copy it.
Okay, you keep talking. I'll do this. I'll go get his link.
You didn't walk away.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this.
It's going to say you didn't go anywhere.
Look, Campfire and Countryside is the very first search item.
Yeah.
I don't want to start talking.
Okay, so hit his name.
I got this. You talk.
Actually,
I got it.
Go back.
I got it. Go.
Hey, Walker. Hey, Walker Farm.
I got this.
No, you don't.
It should be in his about section. Right there. There it is.
Click right there. Okay.
Keep talking.
I'm talking.
I told you. I got this.
Catherine did it. She beat you. How about that?
Catherine's supposed to beat me to it.
There we go. You can just
and then I'm gonna pin it. How about that?
Okay.
There.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, Cassie. Sorry I missed you coming in there.
She's fast, she said. She got her new computer and she's whipping.
Y'all go check out that channel. Just it's funny, but I want to go find one of those fishing reels.
Just leave it for a minute.
If you walk out there in my shed, I've probably got 25 or 30, like he's talking about. He's got a 5,500 and a 5,000, and I have multiples of those, but they're really, really good. But it's just gonna be funny to see where this ends up because I don't know where he's gonna be. But
Catherine, is he on Facebook or his videos on your page?
Yeah, Brenda asked if he's on Facebook, and I don't know.
She says, Tony says, don't get caught sitting at home. He sure does. What's he doing? He's at home sleeping
Snoring.
in the train. All this rain. Londa said they need 910 more. He does have a Facebook.
Okay.
If you'll link that one,
I always watch
it
it on
too.
YouTube, so I didn't know.
Right.
But if you want to put that link on there, Catherine, you can. She said it's his personal one.
Yep.
Well, I knew he had a personal one, but I just follow his channel on the YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she might post it on hers.
So your video this week, or our video this week, I got in a habit of calling it your video when you were doing a lot of filming, but
yeah, but you've been doing
you're not doing as much filming.
I've been taking care of all the other stuff. Yeah, Catherine says she posts them on her page.
Well, we got to have a habit of you doing the filming when you were having to run the baseball practice so much, and I was handling filming while you were doing that. But
right.
We kind of double teamed it this time because I was filming at the farm while you were making pickles. I've got the hiccups. You're going to yawn and I'm going to have hiccups.
Kimberly was caught up watching me make pickles. We haven't even tried them.
Well, you did the simple version for the bread and butters. I don't know. Should we try the Frank's Red Hot while we're on live?
One of each, because you like bread and butter pickles.
I do love bread and butter pickles.
Bring me them pickles.
Zoe doesn't
and the other ones.
eat bread and butter pickles. She only eats dill.
Oh, I love some dill pickles.
And the dill is more of a homemade recipe. We don't use a mix for those.
If I like store-bought, I like claws and pickles best.
You do. You wanted the ones out of the refrigerated section.
But I love any kind of dill pickles.
Zoe said, get me the pickles out of the refrigerated section.
All right, let's see. We're unexpectedly gonna try some pickles here, maybe.
Well, I'm gonna pin Londa's here because she said y'all are slacking on the like button. Maybe folks are just watching and don't like it. Londa, did you ever
really again? I really hope these don't taste like cucumbers.
I don't like cucumbers.
I don't either.
What was the stuff you put on top to make the pickles crunchy?
It was ball.
It's called Stay Crisp.
Stay crisp. Stay crunched. Stay crunched. That don't even make
Wanda said my family used to make lime pickles. I think my grandmother used to soak them in lime before she canned them.
But this didn't require. Oh, I did it.
So, if y'all missed this part of the video,
I'm so nervous.
Show her those pickles. So, when Zoe pickled eggs in the Frank's Red Hot, she had some of the mix left over, and we decided to try to make pickles out of it. And I don't know how that's going to be.
Mac, you didn't get the lid off this one? You have to do it like I do it. Look, you have to put, I don't know if y'all know that. You can use your lid, your ring, to pop it open. You just get it right there at the very corner.
It must be so simple.
I'm just scared I'm going to drop it. I'm going to spill it all over me.
There it is.
See?
Poof.
Well, I didn't push hard enough, but it did poof.
You popped the seal.
Yep. That was like bread butter.
Ransom wants us to tell him hi.
Hey, Ransom.
I know somebody else that would tell you hi.
Let me tell you.
Call him in here.
We had to go with a mullet because his friend, Ransom, and Houston have mullets. So we went and paid for a haircut where she just shaved the sides of his head.
He didn't get his hair cut, really. But he told me, he said, I'm getting a mullet. And I said, buddy, you are not getting a mullet.
I sent Nick a picture, and all he said was Zoe.
And I said, why? And he said, because
you're going to drip.
Ransom and Houston have mullets.
Oh, that's crunchy.
Good. Heck yeah, it's crunchy.
I hear it. Okay, that ain't terrible.
Cassie said he's shaking his mullet right now. So Rhett's not quite long enough in the back, but she did start the shaving on the side.
I'm going to start the growing out process.
So he's like in a process of getting a mullet.
He keeps asking us if his mullet fell off.
He didn't want to get in the shower. He was afraid his mullet was going to wash off. I said, buddy, it's not going to wash off. He said, I can't wash my hair. My mullet will wash off.
Ransom,
that's not how that works.
Ransom, this is for you, buddy, because these are spicy. You like spicy, and these are spicy pickles, we think. We hope. We have no idea how this is going to turn out. Oh, gosh, I'm nervous.
That is really good, by the way. It's really spicy, though.
Not really.
To me, it is. I don't like as much
And
as you do.
Sausage and onions in it.
Wow.
That is good.
He wants to try them. You're going to have to make some red hot pickles and take them to Ransom next time we're there.
I'll be there in a few days.
I didn't mean a special trip. I mean the next time we go.
Those are really good. Look at us.
Ransom does look like spicy. But
heck yeah.
Who thought Frank's red hot pickles would be good?
I know.
Those are really good, by the way.
They'd be really good in chicken salad.
Those are really good. I'm shocked by that because that was just leftover juice from people and eggs.
I was like, why don't it only had a couple eggs left? And I said, well, why don't I just use this? Because I always use the same. I reuse the brine once before I get rid of it. And so,
for eggs.
For eggs. I reuse the brine once and I'll heat it back up and boil eggs and put it all back in there like you would do from the beginning. And it worked. How about it?
That was really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
One Scott said her grandson had a mullet and got a perm too. He'll want a perm next.
No, we're not doing the alpaca hair. No.
He'll be the only, by the time it's there, he'll be the only 6-year-old with a perm.
He's not doing the alpaca hair. But he's watched so much of Houston and Ransom with their haircuts, he had to have it.
He's been asking, and I took him to get a haircut, and I said, there we are. Okay. No, that was weird.
Zoe had no, it wasn't lightning. Zoe had a Facebook Messenger call coming through from her cousin, and it cut everything off.
Wow. Okay.
No, Lorraine, Zoe didn't hit the wrong button this time. Could y'all still hear us while that was black?
No. Okay. Well, if it happens again, don't leave because that one's still connected, so it won't kick us out. We just have to refresh.
Yeah, it doesn't kick us completely out of the live, but it turned her camera off when she started getting a Facebook Messenger call.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to turn stuff like that off.
I wonder if I put on Do Not Disturb. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you probably
need to do that. You think I need to do that right now? It won't take just a second.
Are you fixing to mix stuff up?
No.
You should turn off notifications and stuff.
There we go. Oh, that is so wild.
I should have went to the other camera that's on the computer real quick and clicked it on just to tell them what happened. I don't want anybody leaving.
Don't see you like this.
Yeah, but everybody left.
No, they didn't.
We got a bunch that left. Look at the numbers.
That's all right.
Judy, we didn't say anything bad. Well, there wasn't a message. It was a video call.
So she's been sending me. My cousin had a bunch of old VHS turned into what I tell you, digital clips. And so she started sending me some of me when I was a little girl that she found, and she was probably calling to talk about that.
Well, we couldn't do it right now.
No. Mary said no, but we were all talking about you.
they probably were.
Goodness.
So
the other Mary said, I thought you didn't pay your bill. They would get us.
You talked about the pickles, but you didn't talk about what we got for your alpacas.
Well, they did not perform for us.
They did not. But
the geese, I really thought, though, the geese, when we fill up that little bitty rubber bucket.
A bowl, basically. It's a large
made
bowl.
Feeder. That they all 5 need to get in at the same time. And it is literally this big and about this tall. And that's what we put water in.
And we have to fill it like 3 times because when you first clean it out and fill it up, they all pile in it.
They all get in it.
And then there's nothing left, and we have to dump it back out and refill it so they have something to drink.
But we give them the pool big enough for them all, and they take turns.
Yeah.
But you know what I did notice? The girl goose would get in there, and the males would stand around. It was like they were giving her privacy.
But there's 2 females.
I know, but they was giving her privacy.
Oh.
They was keeping everybody
she's
away.
Also the one that's been hurt.
She has.
She's the one that we had to doctor. We think maybe a predator of some sort.
Tried to get her.
So she wasn't really bad, but she was injured. Mm-hmm. And she's still limping a little, but we didn't show it, y'all, but there was a lot of blood and tearing, and we
some cuts.
Doctored that back. She had some bad lacerations, and we did get that healed up. Mm-hmm. So she's limping a little bit, but she's even got her feathers back.
Yeah. She still has a little bit of blue coat on her underside, I noticed.
Well, that stuff just doesn't go away.
It don't. But the alpacas did not, I haven't watched the video, so I don't even know what you've shown them. So I did see that they kept going over. And
I told y'all she don't watch the videos.
They would drink from it a little bit, and they would sniff it. But you
talking about the alpacas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it.
They were curious. So, but it's also not as hot, so we didn't pick the best time.
They drank out of a lot.
But they did. And that's okay, because even if it's just for drinking for right now, at least they know it's there and they might take advantage of it.
I had several comments about not putting a tarp under. Mm-hmm. Well, both of those are in really soft spots that doesn't have hard stems or sticks or rocks, anything like that. If it was in a place where it might get damaged, then I would put a tarp under it. But the bad part is I referred to seeing that pool on Brandon's video.
Yes.
That's where I saw it. I think he put it in for his llamas.
He did.
And I was like, oh, that is cool. That thing folds up. That's awesome. So I looked it up on Amazon.
And you guys, they were the same pool, same price as just buying an inflatable pool, but these are a lot more durable.
I mean, they're very durable. It's like a canvas type material. So people were asking why I didn't put a tarp on it. It's because of where I put it, and it doesn't need a tarp. But I did have people, when I see Londa mention the plastic pools from Walmart, somebody asked, would that be more durable, the plastic ones? No. We have used the plastic ones for ducks and geese for years. Mm-hmm. And in the sun, they don't last very long. Right. The sun really degrades them. But they're out in the middle of a pasture.
Well, that, and also if you're having to empty them twice a day or whatever, lifting them up bends them because they've got all that water in them. And these, you can fold the side in, and it has a drain, so you're not having to lift it until it's empty.
Yeah, it does have a little fitting that goes on the side to drain it out, which will help. The plastic pools you just have to pick up.
Yeah, we used the side today cleaning out the the goose pool, and it worked.
So, Mary asked, did we mean to buy such a tiny pool for the geese? Not really. Not really. I thought it was going to be bigger than what it was. I did mean to buy a smaller one than what we got the alpacas, naturally. But I didn't mean for it to be quite that small.
Well,
but I think it's going to work okay.
Yeah,
if it does, we can still add
one.
a bigger one and put it with it.
Well, you also have to think you're having to change that water out multiple times a
That's
day.
Right.
So the more space that they have like that, the more times you're going to drain it and fill it up, because however big it is, they're going to poop all in it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So we could probably get one more small one and that'd be plenty. But I think that one, just for them to, get in and cool off, is plenty big.
We had 2 different questions about the shooting.
So,
y'all, that was not meant to be there. Well, it just happened, and we were like,
well, the FedEx truck had just drove.
That's the only vehicle that had been by.
He had just flown down. He flies down that road.
That's why we pay attention when FedEx comes by, because he does like 70 on that dirt road.
He really does. And I thought maybe he shot at some dogs, because our dogs are always up and down the dirt road. The neighbor has several dogs he's taken in that are up and down the dirt road. And I honestly thought maybe he shot at the dogs, because it was right when he passed us, and then it was 4 shots.
The neighbor with all the dogs is on the other way.
Yeah, well,
he was going toward the creek.
The other one, Mama Dog, the one that looks
They've
like
only got one stray. The other neighbor has like 10, but they're a mile up the road.
But I'm talking about the one on the other side of the creek.
Yeah.
They've got the 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't that far away, though.
No, but they might be down there visiting with Mama Dog. And so I really thought he might have shot it, or a snake or something. But we realized that the neighbor across the street was not home. So we knew it wasn't them. So then it was time to actually check it out. And we never did figure it out.
Well, if you were paying attention on the video, we're unfolding the pole, and I'm not really paying attention. And when the shots started, I didn't even raise up initially.
Mm-mm.
And I watched that on the video. It kind of made me laugh. I was like, I paid no attention to those shots.
No, because we're used to that.
We're out in the country.
Right. We are used to that.
But then Zoe said, hey, they're not home. And I was like, they weren't, were they?
I paid attention that they weren't home when we came by, because I was like, it's later in the evening. She's still working.
Yeah.
And he hadn't got home yet. We always check their house as we go by.
It's the lady that gave Rhett the mullet.
We always check their house as we go by. You just.
Right.
That's what they check our place. We check theirs.
Right.
And I just knew they weren't there.
So that's when I decided I better jump on the side by side and go see, because the only vehicle that had been down the road was the FedEx truck. So
you see what she's saying?
What?
Wanda said that with it being a dark color.
Depth perception. Yeah, I was just staying on topic.
You want to read it? People might not can see it.
With it being a dark color, they may be suspicious of the depth. Their depth perception is not fabulous, and they may be afraid of falling in, but they'll get used to it once they figure it out. I think they'll figure it out.
I wonder if we were to put like some stickers on the bottom so that they could see that it's not like light color, like light circles or something on the bottom, so that they can see where the bottom is.
Maybe.
I'm just thinking out loud. She said if her neighbor was gone and there were shots at their place, it'd bother them, they'd go check it too.
So it was definitely between us and the creek is our property line. Right. So it was really close. And when they rang out, Zoe was the first one to pay attention to it. Y'all saw me. I didn't even raise up. And then she pointed out that they weren't home. So I was like, well, I better go see. So I jump on the side-by-side and take off down there. And I went by their house. Everything was fine. I saw both their dogs. I went on down to the creek before I turned around, and I didn't see like shell casings in the road or anything like that. So I turned around and came on back. But it really ended up being nothing. But I had to at least find out. And then there were a lot of people commenting, be careful, stay safe. Y'all, I am absolutely never at any point ever, unless I'm at work, I'm never unarmed. Like ever. Not at Walmart, church, nowhere.
Oh, that's a good idea, Lama.
The crazy Englishman is here. Hello, Neil.
She said, "Hey, Loma.
You can get in and play in the water with the alpacas." Now, if Tinsel got in there and laid down while you were in it, that would be a pretty good
That
video.
would be so fun.
It's not going to happen.
It's not. But if it's going to be anybody, it'll be him.
Brenda said, "Have you checked on your pumpkins in the pig pen?"
So let me tell you about the pumpkins.
Did you not show that?
So, little old farmer Rhett.
I thought you showed it.
Decided to pick them all
early. He did.
He picked them all early, and we brought them home. And I went ahead and just put them in the ditch because there was nothing else I could do with them. They weren't ready.
They were not ready. And they were too hard to give any of the animals.
So, check back with me in October. We may have some growing in our ditch.
I thought you showed that.
I don't think I did because I got frustrated because he picked them and I was trying to let them all grow.
They went to check on them. And Rhett said, "There's a pumpkin in here." And she said, "Buddy, I know." And then he pulled it.
He said, "Well, here, let's take it home." I was like, "Oh."
Judy said, "Is there any kind of hunting season in Alabama right now?" Nothing that would have been happening right there.
No.
I don't know of any kind. I mean, there's seasons here that, well, they're not really seasons. They're just certain animals you can hunt all the time. You know, wild hogs, things like that. There's no real season on them. Predators or something like that. It was the fact of the location.
Mm-hmm. How close it was.
If they had been home, we would have never blinked.
Because they get out there and target.
He's got a little boy, and they may be target practicing. They go down to the creek and shoot sometimes. I wouldn't have thought anything about it if they had been home. But knowing that they weren't home, it was a different story.
Mm-hmm. And that the FedEx truck had just went by.
Yeah, it was just a weird situation.
Yeah, it was just put off a weird.
Of course, the title must have got some people's attention because they watched it. If we hadn't had shots fired, or if they had been home, that would have never been in the title. Because we've had shots happen while we were there before.
Oh, yeah.
While we were filming before.
Yeah, but those were loud.
Yeah, they were loud. But apparently it made more people watch the video thinking that we got shot at. I'm
going to shoot at you. Am I able to say that?
You probably shouldn't say that on here.
Oh, well.
This is recorded, so if something happens, there you go.
Maybe somebody didn't like their package.
There's only one other neighbor on that road, and they weren't. Deborah said it could have been someone shooting off fireworks. It was definitely a firearm.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no question that was a firearm. That was definitely not fireworks. If it had been a little further off, you might not could tell. But
and the neighbors around would not shoot fireworks.
Well, they might on like a holiday or something. They just wouldn't have been doing it randomly. And our other neighbors, they wouldn't have been doing it at all.
Susan didn't hear anything.
Oh, she didn't hear you say you were going to shoot me is what she's saying.
Well, we don't know what you're talking about.
It's on video.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not an edited video, Zoe. It's here.
I'm here.
Tanya hears shots all the time in Montgomery.
Yeah.
I understand completely.
I don't go to Montgomery by myself. I don't go to Montgomery at all.
I went to college in Montgomery, and there were certain areas that you would hear it pretty regularly. Not in the area the college was in, but if you were somewhere else, you would hear them. Somewhere else around the city. And it's much worse than it was back then in the late 90s. But anyway, there wasn't anything to the shots, apparently. or not that we know of yet.
Thank goodness.
I mean, nobody's dogs got shot or anything like that. It could have been the FedEx man saw a snake down there at the creek or something. I don't know.
I don't see how as fast he was going. It would have been a blur.
Maybe he slowed down when he got down there. I don't know.
They didn't hear me.
I'm going to have to play it back. I guess I need to send a message to somebody that says, "Hey, if something happens to me, pull up the live." I was trying to see what else I missed.
Tanya says she lives alone. A young man got robbed in his house in her neighborhood this week. It was on WSFA.
Well, our local news comes out of Birmingham, so we don't ever see like the Montgomery
as close as we
stories. Even though it's actually closer than Birmingham.
Richard Main said his daughter's a hairdresser, so his grandson has had multiple color hair and hairstyles and had a mullet at 3. We won't tell Rhett. He'll feel like we gypped him.
Don't tell him he needs colors. Good gracious. That's the last thing we need is him adding colors. Surviving in Alabama lives next to some hunting clubs. I can imagine. That he's the one that's up around Columbiana, and I know there's a lot of. I used to have a hunting club in Columbiana. There's Nancy saying, "Thumbs up, please."
So, do we have any reels? I know we slacked off on reels lately.
Like the last
had our reel
2 weeks,
of
we
our
did
animals
not do well.
Making funny sounds. What?
That was the peacock and the alpacas.
Yeah.
That
I do want to say that we are
had weird sounds in the background.
We are less than 1,100 from 20,000, y'all.
We're at 18,927. Awesome? We may see 20,000 soon.
Wouldn't it be awesome to have 20,000 before we go to?
No, because you did the weird sounds and his mullet.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome to have 20,000 before we went to the pedals event?
Oh, that may be pushing it. Well, in September, I don't know. That would be pushing it pretty good to get 1,100 by September.
Well, do something stupid so it'll go viral. Let me tell y'all. So today we went to church, and this is a cute story. And Farmer Rhett, they have not had children's church lately because they're remodeling the kids area. And Rhett was sitting with me on the back row, and the lights are down, and they're doing the music. Well, he's singing. And I was videoing him because I could hear him singing over the music.
The first part of what you sent me, though, was really dark. It was like you were hiding.
I was.
Videoing.
And then he turns and looks at me and he says, "Video me and send it to Daddy." And then he starts singing again. He needed Daddy to hear him singing his church song. And so we got in the car and Nick had to stay for a meeting, and I was listening to it, and he said, "Man, that one's going to go viral." Rhett, I thought about making it into a reel, but a lot of people don't do the religious stuff, so I said I might just put it on my personal page.
Well, there's nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with him participating just because someone else doesn't believe in doing it. Doesn't mean you can't show him doing it.
Yeah. I might do it when we get done.
You're not forcing it on somebody. You're just showing him singing a song at church. I don't think that's bad.
I might do it in a little bit and share it because it was cute. He enjoyed it.
Tanya said it will be 1 year since she started following our page because she met us at Pedals last September.
How about that?
Catherine
met. Said she saw us in an ad today on Facebook.
Yeah, that was I guess that was the one we were talking about earlier.
I'll put it out there, y'all.
Zoe sent it to me. I hadn't actually seen it yet. Joe Cook from rural north part of Lamar County, Texas. Farmer rancher family, entire 68 years and a farmer Rhett fan.
All right.
He is such a cute age.
Everybody wants to hear it. So I'll put it out there. You'll even hear him say, "Send this to Daddy." I thought that was the cutest part.
I know, I know that we do have followers that are not believers, and that's okay. I'm not trying to force anything on anybody, but I don't think it's bad to share him singing because we do share our faith on our channel.
Yeah, that's right.
Our channel, and good gracious, our farm before YouTube ever came along, our farm is strictly based on faith. We're flying by the seat of our pants. So
everybody wants to see it. So
I don't think that's a big deal. And he has been in a singing mood all day.
Ooh.
He has sang all night, sitting here watching a movie. I was caught up on some videos, and he was singing.
I might let him come sing for them because he's loving to sing. They will.
You think he would do it?
Yeah.
On live?
He's been singing all day. I'll get him to sing something in the orange. That's his favorite.
He loves that song. He is a big Zach Bryan fan because he loves that song and he loves Oklahoma Smoke Show.
And he loves Lainey Wilson.
He does love Lainey Wilson.
He does. I think we talked about that the other day.
Probably.
Joe Cook said, "Share church anytime. God is good. Love to hear him sing." We will. I'll do that. Macy is a good singer. I listened to her do her solo, and she's good at it. Let me see if he'll.
You think he'll come sing?
Let me see. Hey, Rhett.
Y'all, there ain't no telling what's about to happen, so stick around.
Rhett.
See.
Come here.
Stuff like this you should do when you have a chance to edit.
Listen,
do you have a shirt on?
Listen, I was telling everybody that you've been singing lately. Can you sing for them? Just sing something in the orange or something? You do it? Come here. Or Wildflowers?
Is there something you want to sing for them? Which song you want to sing?
I'm going to do Wildflowers.
I want to think.
All right, turn around and think. They want to.
Careful.
I was telling them about you singing at church today.
Mama's gonna post a video and see if it goes viral about you singing today.
And how amazing you sounded. So I was gonna see if maybe you wanted to sing for them. Look up there at the little black box.
Is there one of the songs you want to sing?
Something in the orange.
Something
all right.
in the orange.
We'll do it.
How does it start?
Sister, you gonna help him start? Sister's the one that helps him start his songs. He wants to sing something in the orange.
Huh? Hold on a minute. I'm one of the non-believers, but doesn't mean I don't want to see Rhett singing. Okay. Come here. Let him hear just the beginning of it, and then he can start it. Can you tell everybody hello while you're waiting?
Hello.
Here,
look up here, bud. Oh, gosh. Oh, you are so heavy. You're solid, ain't you?
Hello.
There's an ad. Yeah.
This is new for one of our lives. They can't hear you, buddy, if you're mumbling.
These things he had you on and drive you and off crazy.
Sing.
Both once you hear the team calling you.
Baby, they can't hear you mumbling.
I I don't know much, but there's no way at all.
That's better.
Sing it clear.
Because if I say I miss you, I know that you won't.
There you go.
Till you won't just mean to your eye. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Poison myself against something in the orange tells me I'm never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare out the way. The orange dusted all things around. Grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
Good job.
Good
job.
He left. Good job, buddy.
He got embarrassed. So that kid, he loves to sing.
He started out kind of mumbling a little bit, but he got into it. Then he started swaying, and he was swaying me. He can sing that whole song, and he can sing the whole song of Oklahoma Smoke Show, but he has to change some of his lyrics.
Yeah.
He, you heard about where the heck am I supposed to go? He knows, hey, I've got to change that stuff when he hears it. So he sings in the truck all the time, but he's been giving a concert in this living room today.
He has. He's asked all day, let's listen to music every time we try to turn something on. Yeah, Rhett
has left the building.
He's done.
He pulled it together through one verse, and then he just slid out from on the table and left.
I did see Alan pop on from A&W. I didn't want to stop him while he was singing. He said he saw his truck buddy.
Well, yeah, he plays trucks. And I guess in September he'll be back playing trucks again.
He's going to have to get his truck stash built up.
Because when he comes to pedals, he plays trucks with Farmer Rhett.
Uh-huh.
Whew.
He tickles us. He's just at that age where he's the boss.
And he's got that one song he sings that Daddy can't listen to.
Yeah. What's that song called? The Peter
The
Pan?
Lost Boy song, whatever that is. Who?
Lost Boy by Ruth B.
Ruth B. is who sings that?
Ruth.
Huh?
Ruth
B, yeah. It's called Lost Boy, and when he starts singing that, Daddy can't listen to that. Don't ask me why, I just can't.
Well, that was fun.
So that was new. I think that's the first concert I've seen on live. So you'll have to change the title to Farmer Rhett concert. But he sings every word of that song and Oklahoma Smoke Show daily. He loves Zach Bryan.
I wonder if Jack would sing with him.
Who?
Jack,
the donkey?
Yeah. He likes to talk. I wonder if he got out there talking with him, if he'd start hee-hawing.
I don't know. Who knows? Kimberly said, I feel like one day we'll be watching Rhett's channel on YouTube and Facebook. That's possible. He has said that he is going to be like Mr. Beast when he grows up. That's what he says. But I hope you do. I'm reading the comments. Most times about Farmer Rhett singing. I'm caught up now, Zoe. I hadn't got any questions. So you got anything?
I don't. A singing donkey tickets go on sale next week. That's right.
Jack sings the same song though, over and over.
Huh?
Did you guys hear that the movie Homestead will be screened live free at Ozark Homesteading in September? I did not.
Mm-mm.
Where is the Ozark Homesteading?
If he sings with Jack, he'll only be able to smile. Did we find the guineas or the white peahen? We the pea chicks. We did not.
We found the guineas that escaped.
Yes.
We did find those.
But we have not found
we have
the
not
white.
found the pea chicks that Jack turned loose.
Do it while you can. When he turns into a teenager, you won't get a word out of him.
May not. Did you get your baking done?
Actually, I put out a feeler to see if anybody might be interested because I want to get back to doing all that. And so I think I'm going to come up with some things that I want to offer this coming up week. And so if y'all follow me, I'll try to put it on YouTube as well. I'm going to do some online orders. I've really been wanting to try cake in a jar. And
you mentioned that, and I have no idea what that is.
Well, it's just.
But you said it.
Layered cake and icing in jars, and you seal it off, and you can, it's just neat. And so
it's in Marshfield, Missouri. What's the date on that? Because September's pretty full.
So I think I'm gonna come up with a small menu that I want to do.
Tanya wants to see dill pickles, or I would love some dill pickles.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can make some dill ones before the meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
Anita said, "How do you make pickled eggs?" So you had what, 3 different recipes on that video?
I did a spicy.
The one we did today.
Yeah, the Frank's Red Hot, and it's got sausage and eggs in it. And then I also did one
soy sauce.
A soy sauce, which is an Asian, and then I did a pub style.
Yeah, it's real garlicky.
Yeah.
But there is a video of that, Anita. It was probably last year, but there is a video of those 3 recipes. Watching Zoe on the bike gave me Dorothy from Wizard of Oz vibes.
Hey,
it wasn't Dorothy on that bicycle.
I wasn't as graceful.
Dorothy wasn't on bicycle.
Yes, she was.
The Wicked Witch was on bicycle. Alan said he had to take a phone call. We were talking about you just a second, Alan. Second ago, because we said in September y'all would have to play trucks again. Loma said, "Did you try the hot pickles?" Loma, we tried them right here on the live a little bit ago. The law said cinnamon rolls for the meat and
I
greet.
do plan to do some more bread and some cinnamon rolls and cookies and crackers again, and I might add some. Maybe we can add some pickles. And honey. And
you will have some.
I'll have honey.
Londa said she will swap alpaca socks for homemade honey buns.
Ooh,
just saying.
Okay.
I think that's a deal.
The Missouri one is September 6th and 7th. So it's the weekend before the Pedals event. We could go to Missouri.
We'll have to see, because that's also football season.
Oh, that's right.
We got 2 boys playing football. But I need to know more. Farm to Table Direct. Shoot me an email about this homesteading movie thing, because I don't know a lot about that. I want to see that. Alan said, "Have y'all had Millie on the farm?" Sometimes, but right now she's laying over here on the floor.
She's a little bougie. She likes to go to the farm, but she would much rather be in the air conditioner.
Yeah, she prefers air conditioning.
She's big now. She's full grown. She's the same size as all y'all.
Time for grooming.
It is. She's got the kinkiest hair. And she is just looks like shag carpet right now.
She does, and it's all in her eyes.
But she does. She likes to go to the farm. She just don't want to stay for a long time because she don't want to be hot. Cajun pickles. You'll have to send me that because I'm all about some Cajun.
Tanya said she's going to have to get to the event early. In fact, if you got that, when What all did you take that time? You were sold out like in an hour.
Yeah, bread and cinnamon rolls and cookies.
You
and
did.
crackers.
You took the homemade bread and you had the everything bagel rolls.
I did.
You took the rolls and you were sold out in like an hour. So people came up to the table and we had to just flip the sign around because you had nothing left. Alan said his 3 are mouse removal team. I don't think Millie does anything.
I was gonna say she might not know what a mouse is if she saw one. She probably just. I think
she just pretty much lays there.
I think she just let it on go.
Probably.
You said stop it.
Stop it! What? What?
Millie.
What is Judy getting on to me for?
Oh girl. Oh my girl.
She's looking at her, but that's about the extent of it.
Getting up. She's so silly.
I saw something else. What did I say? There it was. It just popped off the screen. The banana pudding cheesecake in a jar. Oh, it's really good.
See, you didn't say that. Now yeah, that sounds good. But I couldn't do anything that had to be cold, so it'd have to be. It would have to be cake and icing.
If you ever decide, I saw several emails, people asking about cinnamon rolls. You're just going to have to package the icing separately.
I thought about that.
But there's lots of people have asked about them.
Yeah. She said Rhett brought us over to your table. He was like, my mom's got cookies. Come buy some cookies.
I don't doubt that at all.
She said, I definitely did not mean it like that.
Oh.
Talking about stop it.
Oh. Well, when she said stop it, I thought I was in trouble.
Probably like, ooh, stop it.
Well, if she's talking about the September event, that was Rhett and Kaysen.
And Ransom.
That's right. Ransom was running around with that crowd too. And Kaysen, Eddie, they were running around handing out stickers and cards, and they were supposed to be telling about the cookies and stuff. And we were selling keychains. Well, before we knew it, Rhett and Kaysen had that bucket of keychains, and they were just handing them out. Too. And I was like, whatever. I just let it go, whatever.
Yeah.
But we had keychains. I don't know. It was like a couple of bucks or something. And we had a bucket full of keychains. And I looked up and I'm like, Zoe, where did the buckets go? And I look up and Rhett and Kaysen are at the other end of pedals and they're just passing them out. I'm like, it'll be okay. Whatever.
Lorraine said, are the walkers coming to pedals? They're not.
They're not.
Not since they have Little Bear. They don't want to have to travel so far away without him because he can't leave the state.
Yeah, there's restrictions on him being able to travel, and so, it's just
So I think they're going to be attending the Oklahoma City Okie Expo.
So there is another. It's being planned by Dutch and them, just like the Okie Homesteading Expo. But this one is happening at the State Fair in Oklahoma City, and it is the next day. And everybody in the world has tried to figure out how to travel. Brandon looked at it. Kevin at Grounds Family looked at it. They were trying to figure out how to make both. And we even looked, and I was like, there is no way we can do that event because Zoe's helping plan it. We have football games that night with the boys. Both boys play football games the evening of the Pedals event, and then we would have to drive to Oklahoma City for an event the next morning. It just wasn't doable.
No. It wouldn't even be doable to fly. I mean, that would cost a ton.
Jacob said, I don't think the Eddies are going. They're not. They just, it was, and Brandon really wanted to, but it's just not doable. It's the very next day.
Right.
So they would have to leave the evening of the Pedals event, drive all the way through to Oklahoma City and do an event the next day. And that's just.
Right. And then travel home. So that would be a lot.
Alan said we need Eleanor to do our marketing. She emptied his wallet.
I'm telling you, she about had me convinced to buy something that wasn't even for a girl. Judy said, meaning that she was the witch from Dorothy. That's right. from where you
Oh,
was.
well, I'm not the one that said it reminded. Dorothy wasn't riding a bicycle.
No, no.
I just thought it was funny that I got the opportunity to say
Wanda
that.
said Eleanor sold her stuff she didn't even want. That's right.
Well,
It's time.
I guess that's about it for tonight, Zoe.
Well, we didn't lose too bad. The weather has held off.
No, I mean, it was storming outside, but it didn't affect our signal all that bad, I don't think. I didn't notice it if it did. And we're filming on one and watching on the other so we can keep up with when it freezes and things like that. Jacob said, I remember last year Brandon did a live at Pedals, and that's when he found out about Ranger's channel.
So that was when
that was a live with Zoe and Cassie too.
Yeah, that was when Nick gave in and decided when we hit 10,000 I could get alpacas. So if we had to wait till 20,000, I still wouldn't have my boys.
You still wouldn't have them.
But because of that live last year at Pedals, I got to get my boys.
So they went live. It's not as simple as Zoe is making it sound, because Zoe and Cassie went live, but then they asked me while they were live, hey, if we push y'all above 10,000 today, will y'all get alpacas? And I was like, sure, why not? Because they put me on the spot, and I'm thinking they probably still won't. You know, we were like 1,500 away. They went over 10,000 because you and Cassie were live, and then Brandon went live and came over there with y'all.
Yeah.
So then you had like 2 channels together live at one time, and yeah, it pushed it.
And then when I hit it, I was screaming, and we were all cheering, and everybody was looking at us like we were crazy.
Yeah, because they didn't know
what didn't know why we were cheering. But some others thought it was the
Nico Brown thought somebody had scored. He wanted to know what game I was watching. Everybody started cheering and jumping up and down, and Nico was like 2 tenths up and on the opposite side, and he's like, "What game are you watching?" I'm like, "Not."
We're on YouTube.
Londa said they need a live subscriber rally. We may have to do
crazy,
that.
Yeah.
We may have to get a bunch of channels live together and just see who all's not subscribed to who.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, we're gonna shut it down for the night. I might try to do a little live tomorrow from the farm.
Well, and we will have a video Tuesday, and then we'll be live again Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Are the Browns going to Pedals? I believe
they're planning on it. Last I heard.
Last I heard. All right, we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.